Hi, this is Shiva Rajaya from vitalcoaching.com, and I have another core idea I want to share with you this morning. It has to do with Samadhi. Samadhi is a Sanskrit word that means trance, it means ecstasy, it means bliss. It's the state of mind that you enter in when you have been meditating for a while and you enter into this bliss, into this trance. You can experience samadhis in very spontaneous ways as well. It doesn't need to be meditation. It can be after having some asanas, having your own hatha yoga practice, or after simply being in nature in a very blissful spot and simply feeling overwhelmed and totally taken by the energy that is there. So samadhi or bliss or ecstasy is really a quality that you can cultivate. Sometimes you can have samadhi as a very spontaneous experience, but it's actually a little bit like an inner muscle that you train. And you can train that muscle, that inner ability through very specific practices. One of them is meditation, right? You can sit down and focus on your third eye or on the breathing technique and then enter into this trance feeling. In my own experience, very often this trance or this samadhi state is being triggered sometimes very, very fast. It can, you can enter into meditation and within a minute you're already in trance. But this is maybe because I have been practicing meditation for a long, long time, so my muscle is already trained. But when you are not used to it, sometimes the trance or the samadhi is going to kick in after 15-20 minutes of meditation. Sometimes you will feel nothing for 3 months of practice, and then suddenly samadhi starts being activated in your being. So samadhi is a state of mystical trance. It's a state of mystical realization. It's the moment where the mind gets really silent, or gets cleared, and then suddenly you are in this state of bliss. It's as if you had a clear canvas. And of course, being in these beautiful mountains environment with absolutely no interaction with the external world for a few days, being there in a, isolated from civilization, literally, then allows you to enter into that state also a little bit more easily. Another way to enter into that state is also simply to use the word samadhi. Sanskrit is a very magical language, and every word is a little bit like a code, an access code. It's almost like a phone number that you can dial, or an email address, or a website you can enter in. So the word samadhi, the moment you say that word, you send a very clear message internally to your subconscious mind, and it unlocks something inside of you that is going to start triggering or aligning yourself with that specific state, samadhi. You could use the word in English, bliss or trance or ecstasy. It works as well. In my own experience, I feel that my mind or those qualities are being triggered more strongly when I use Sanskrit. The reason for that might be that Sanskrit has been an ancient language. It's not used in a worldly way. It's not like English. English, you use it in very worldly ways in your daily life. So when you use Sanskrit, it's like it triggers a certain part of your mind that is very ancient and that has been kind of associated with a certain time in history where I feel those specific codes have been unleashed in our minds, or in our brains, in our lives, in our spirits. So you can try with both, but I encourage you to try with the word samadhi itself. Samadhi. Samadhi. You can whisper it internally, you can meditate on it internally, repeat it internally. And you will notice that after a while of practice, eventually you will, start invoking that specific quality and it will start manifesting, you know, inside of you in more direct and clear ways. That's a very simple technique that you can start using that is going to trigger these states. Something is happening right now in the sky. There is this huge, beautiful cloud early morning. I want to show you this. Right here you have this beautiful stream. This is my soundtrack for these recordings. Not bad at all, right? And not far there is the main river, and this might be the background noise that you are hearing. Wow. Thank you, beautiful nature. Thank you, Mother Earth. Thank you, Gaia. This space that you give me here is such a beautiful, amazing, vibrating temple. I have so much gratitude for being here, you know. It's like it's the result of sometimes long years of preparation to be able to get to places like that. And it's difficult of accessing them, difficult to access, to be here. It's not easy because of, you know, you have to go through the mountains, jeeps, buses. It's a long trip to come here. This is why there is nobody. Huh? Beautiful. So remember this simple word, Samadhi. You can start practicing it straight away. You'll notice that the moment you start using that word, it actually starts building up that inner muscle that allows you to access these states of bliss in a more natural way, in a more easier way. Because the goal is really, if you are on a spiritual, you know, exploration quest, mind development quest, those are mindsets, mind states that you want to be able to access at will, to enter into a state of bliss whenever you feel like, rather than the experience just being given to you here and there once every few years, right? Bliss, Samadhi. It's really an ability that you can cultivate internally. I honor you and send you waves of gratitude and ecstasy. Take care.